Hi there, Jamie here from the Center for Aligned Living. Thank you for tuning in. Today, I was going to talk to you about helpful ways to help you sleep better or to fall asleep, or if you wake up in the middle of the night, how to stay asleep. But I've really been thinking a lot about something else today, so I wanted to talk to you about what I feel is a critical differentiation that is a lot of times overlooked, and that is the difference between the spirit and the soul. And it's been key in my life lately, and key in what the work that we're doing here at the Center for Aligned Living. And basically, how I see it, the difference between the spirit and the soul is this. To me, the spirit is your animation. It is your personality, it's your belief system, it has your ego in it. So it's superficial. It's of this earth. Okay, you are incarnated, you have a spirit, it's what's projected out, typically, to others. Now, your soul, that's a little bit deeper, in my opinion. And, feel free to chime in. Let me know your thoughts on this, or if you've ever thought about this, or if you've always considered them the same. But to me, the soul is timeless. And the soul can get buried underneath the spirit. But it is timeless. It is yours. It is never, ever going to be taken away. It does not change. It's unchanging. It is the part of you that is part of the fill in the blank here. Universal life force energy, God, goddess. Just fill in the blank. Whatever resonates with you is exactly right. But that's do you see the differentiation? The spirit would be the outward, and the soul is the inward. And so, what I try to get my clients to focus on is bringing out the soul awakening, and then we can start relying upon the soul. When there's so much chaos and confusion, you need to go to the source, and that's your soul. But we have buried it. We have learned over the years, we've been programmed, we don't trust our intuition, which is our soul speaking to us. It's our connection to God, and it is time for us to shift from the spirit. The spirit's great. So let's shift and have a soul-focused life going forward. That's what we do here at the Center for Aligned Living, is we have one-on-one intimate conversations with people and discover, maybe where they're not hearing their soul, how to awaken their soul, how to quiet their minds so that their soul can speak to them, and just bring yourself back into alignment with source and with your soul, so that you can live a peaceful, loving life. Because if it's not peace and love, or even just love, let's just make it very simple here. If it's not love, it's not your soul. Because that, to me, is everything. And you know that how we say it all the time. What we seek is within us. It's our soul. And our soul is a part of God. And it has unconditional love for us. And it is always living in present time. There is no past. What happened yesterday is over. Okay? Anything that you're hung up with now from the past or from the future that is not from source, that's not from your soul. And if you look at it this way, it really all becomes kind of crystal clear, right? We've just been programmed to think that, all these other things are what matters, right? But I just don't think that they are. I mean, our souls are timeless and they can never be hurt. And what I mean by that, well, I need to finish my thought about what I just said a second ago, don't I? Your soul, if your soul is indeed source, your God connection, then why on earth would we, not want to focus on that? And then the second thought was, the soul can't be hurt because it is source. It's source energy, and there's only love, and there's only present time in source. So here again, we're just trying to focus ourselves on that aspect, okay? And there are tricks and tools, and it takes practice, and that's okay, because it can be done. And then you discover that over time, through using these tricks and tools, there's a million of them, whatever resonates with you is what's exactly right. You get a better sense of when you're living internally versus externally, when you're living with spirit versus soul. And it's just really a peaceful, loving way to live. And you're far less reactive if, whomever is over here having a fit and it seems to be projected at you. If you're aligned with your source and your soul, it won't be so impactful. It won't be. It wasn't. That's what I mean by your soul can't be hurt. It just can't. Your spirit can be hurt. Your ego can be bruised. You've heard that, right? But your soul cannot be hurt. It is timeless, and it is consistent, and it's a wonderful thing to have that be your north, your true north, your touchstone, your foundation. Fill in the blank, whatever works for you. So I just wanted to talk about. I find it very interesting, and maybe that will also help you to differentiate between the two, and you could be like, oh, am I living, is that my soul, or is this my ego spirit talking? So we're just trying all here to live peaceful lives and to be as loving as possible, because there's so much blame game going on out there in the world and so much finger pointing. And if we could all just be healthy and take care of ourselves and take responsibility for our lives and our actions and our responses, all the way down to our thoughts and how we consume and what we consume, this world will change. How could it not? But right now we're just feeding the beast, if you will. And you just have to step aside from it. I'm not saying don't enjoy, we'll just call them creature comforts or whatever, but everything needs to be kept in perspective. And that's what I've been trying to focus on, and that's what I try to get my clients to focus on. And if you can at all work towards that, just continue. Just keep getting up. It's like learning a new language. Eventually it will become easier, second nature. You'll live more comfortably, reduce stress, anxiety gone, depression gone, because you're focused on the now. And I just think that's the way that we're going to heal the world. I don't see any other way around it, because I love music. How many songs are out there? You get what you give, basically, is the message in them. And so if all we're given is hate and pointing fingers and telling everybody else to change to make me comfortable, where's that going to get you? I don't think it's going to get you very far. So we have to do the work. We have to take responsibility, and it's not always easy, and sometimes the path is not clear, and sometimes you're so buried in crap, really, just things that don't even matter, that you have a hard time resetting. And so that's when it's a good time to reach out to someone else and ask for help, ask a friend, contact us, and we'll see if we can't help you out. But in the meantime, please try to be gentle with yourself. And it's not your fault that, we're all programmed. But if you continue to make the same choices and to live by the same programming when you want something different, then it does become your fault. So let's take responsibility, and let's be loving, and let's work on changing ourselves so that we can change this world, because it's a pretty damn good world. There's pretty neat things. So let's do it together, all right? Okay, well, thanks for watching, and I will talk to you again very soon.